Blacks in America 3: The Courts, the Police, and Corrections. True stories of African Americans as they encounter our judiciary system. This documentary will show that blacks in America are unjustly arrested, tried, and convicted for crimes that they sometimes don't commit. My personal involvement in this, encouraging Blacks in America 3, is to deal primarily with the court system. Minorities in America are not only victims in criminal cases, where they're more than likely to be assisted by a public defendant, but also in civil court cases, where those judges also have discretion, so discretionary powers to appoint or not to appoint attorneys for people who cannot afford to get attorneys for themselves. In January 2009, President Obama was sworn in as our 44th president. And with the election of President Obama, our nation took a giant leap forward. But this still does not negate the fact that racism still is a divisive and complicated issue in this country. Highlighting that fact is the recent Gates and the Sergeant Crowley's incident in Cambridge. My only son has been a police officer for 13 years, and he served this great country as a Marine for 4 years prior to becoming a police officer. And so I support the police, of course, but I know that African Americans, we are locked up on a greater proportion than the other citizens of this country. And in civil cases, my own personal incident involved employment discrimination. And from my personal incident, I discovered after reading Rick Warren's book titled A Purpose-Driven Life that my purpose for being born is to shed light on employment discrimination. And it is my hope that by examining a true case of employment discrimination, where you can view the documents in several courts in this country, in the District Court in Western New York, and at the appellate level, with the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, the same court where Judge Sotomayor is going to vacate that court and go to the Supreme Court of the United States of America. You can see the files from my case, and also at the court where she's going to have her new position as a justice, the Supreme Court of the United States of America. During my case, the New York State Attorney General's office filed perjury declarations in order to deny a Black American and a citizen of this country her right to have a jury trial. With the Gates case, it's he say, and there isn't any proof. So based on opinions, we could argue that all day. But when you have a case, in my instance, you can see that it's not what I'm saying. You can see the lies that were told by the defendants who were employed by New York State Department of Correction and the New York State Department of Correctional Services. And those people include Deputy Barry, Superintendent Andrews, who herself is a Black female, Gonzalez, who worked for, of all things, Affirmative Action, Russo, who was Assistant Attorney General himself. His declaration contains statements that were not true. And Gould, who was a Director of Personnel for New York State Department of Correctional Services. So you don't have to take my word. A reporter, investigator, news organization, go to the courts, review the files. I also contacted the Justice Department and talked to two attorneys there who reviewed my allegations of perjury, and they referred the case to the Justice Department. So these are facts. It's not like I'm saying and they're saying, because they're not saying anything that I'm aware of, not publicly. They're refusing to answer my letters, even because I'm trying to get, was trying for 14 years to get disability retirement. So don't take my word. Review the facts. Do CNN presents Black in America 3, the police, the courts, and corrections. Thank you very much.